speaking of Thanksgiving, everyone knows it's all about the sides for Thanksgiving dinner. Private Chef Mark Bailey is back with some great ideas.
So before you showed us how to cook the turkey, for me the turkey is more a vehicle for the stuffing. So let's get to it.
To stuff or not to stuff? You know, that's always the question.
Always to stuff.
I know, I believe that. You get all the juicy flavors, and this is a cornbread sausage stuffing, so you know you get all the good turkey flavors in there. I always believe you have to put some kind of protein in your stuffing, you know, and then, you know, zhuzh it up. So I always do sausage, bacon, or even like crab you can do as well. And I believe in stuffing the bird, so yeah, it's always, you know, adds more to the flavor.
So what do you have in this one then?
This one, I use coriander as well as annatto seasonings, as well as some thyme, like I said, the sausage stuffing, and then this cornbread stuffing as well. Real simple, you know, onions and peppers as well, and just like, you know, saute it a little bit before you add all that.
Mix it all together and put it in the bird.
Right, exactly, and get it all in there. The trick is stuff your bird right before you're going to put it in the oven. You know, people always say stuff or not to stuff.
Right.
The thing is, some people stuff it the night before, and that's when you run into maybe problems like salmonella and all that stuff or whatever. So stuff it right before you're going to put it in the oven, and that's, you know, the way to go.
Okay.
Definitely. But if you don't want to do cornbread stuffing, you can go with a spoon bread. Which is basically
spoon bread stuffing.
Exactly, which is kind of like a cornbread in of itself. This one has jalapeno and chili in there. So
and I already tried
it. Once again, that kick that I love so much.
Got the evidence of my work.
Exactly, I have two of them sitting over there. But it's really, really simple. You know, you get some flour, baking powder, just creating almost like a cornbread, but then you get to add the spice in there when you add the chili, as well as chopped up jalapeno in there as well.
Wow. I have my fork ready for the next one.
Oh my goodness, mac and cheese.
I know.
You know what I always say, switch it up every year, because people have mac and cheese year-round, don't we?
Right.
So what I say is switch your pasta as well as your cheese.
I love rigatoni, too.
Use rigatoni, use Gouda, that's what I'm using. And, you know, once again, you can add a protein to this. Either it be bacon, any kind of bacon or what have you. I think, you know, you got to go different for Thanksgiving, I think. You know?
I like the full strips of bacon, too. Often people will cut it up into tiny little bits. You can get a full chunk of bacon in there.
I use thick cut. Smithfield, you know I love Smithfield, so I use their bacon. They got some
delicious.
That is amazing.
Yeah. And then this looks like a pie, but it's actually just mashed sweet potato. So, yeah, it's in a pie dish, but it's mashed sweet potato, and what I use is Honey Bunches of Oats. You guys know I'm a breakfast guru.
Yes.
So I love using products that everybody have in the house. It's a cereal that everybody loves in the family.
I have to dig into this as well.
So dig right in there, right. And what it is, I create a streusel topping with the cereal, which is really good.
Which, can all of these be made the day before? Is this all stuff that needs to be made morning of?
You know what, mac and cheese I would probably do the day of, just to keep it nice and creamy, especially when you're using Gouda. This can be made the day before, which is really great. It actually sits well in the seasonings and everything. I actually made it yesterday, so you're probably tasting how good it tastes.
I also feel like you can keep this out when the desserts are out there, too.
Oh, yeah,
it can kind of go both
You'll
ways,
see in my
right?
dessert, I use the actual sweet potato in one of my dessert recipes coming up, so you'll really enjoy that.
Your website?
ChefBailey.com. You can definitely get all these recipes.